Blessings, yo. Welcome to Life's Place, where I just have another random thought. Yo, another way for folks to harvest your energy or gain your energy, drain you of your energy, is to really, the pictures and the videos. All they gotta do is save it or just look at it and, you know, make themselves happy to a happy ending type of shit, right? Or this is dirty as fuck, yo. This is like the most disrespectful way that people do it, both sexes, yo. This is not a one gender thing. It's both. Because for them to gain the energy in order for them to feel like the essence of who they're taking the energy from or trying to drain the energy from, it's like they could dream of them, right? And that's a way to take away energy from someone, like harvest energy, the memory of, garnering of, because they're basically spiritually graping you in the spirit world, right? Whereas in the physical sense, all they have to do is really think of you to actually entertain themselves to a happy ending with someone else, right? Where that's fucked up though. Seriously fucked up. Because in order for them to get up or for them to even get wet per se, they have to think of you in order for them to even do, to gain that energy from you by way of using a third party. That is so disgusting, but they do it. That's so sad. And I feel sorry for those that actually, damn, let's take a moment. That's sad. Um, the harvesting of the energy. Shit. Either the dream world that in turn, ew, that's just all that it is. Because even with that, it's like the same group of people that can actually just all jerk off to each other during this orgy type of thing. And it's just anybody, sleep with any, that's the thing. It's the sleep with anybody to gain the energy of. But they are trying to gain the energy. They are only doing that energy in order for you to be in the same energy as them. And if they are in a desperate energy in order to try to take your energy in order for them to have a happy ending, for them to actually try to, try to replicate the energy, to live in that energy, to thrive in the energy that they grape from you in a spiritual sense to the physical sense with someone else or even by themselves, they'll do this, right? They'll jerk off to your pictures and shit just to drain your energy mentally type of shit, right? It's the ew, it's the most nastiest of things, but it's all psychological in a sense because you're supposed to feel the energy of someone pulling at you in that sense, right? And you're supposed to think of them too, whereas you're entertaining it. And it's the same thing as the dream world, where if you are dreaming, you just feel somebody touching on you, or you just feel like somebody is trying to grape you or have sex with you in your dream. You're supposed to ward it off because it's an entity. It's just the same as you thinking of that person or any person's ill in that way for you to basically entertain and submit in an energetic sense where the physical will occur. But all of this is spell work, yo. They got to put people in the bind of the same kind. And you have to be in the same energy too. But the only way for them to be in, for you to be in that energy is if you entertain the energy set in front of you, set forth in front of you. It's like You have to be in a victim mindset. You have to be in a poverty mindset in order to entertain those that really can't entertain themselves outside of those that entertain such behavior. Ew. It's the sense of control, it's dominance, right? When it comes to spell work and rituals, scamming and scheming, really, when it comes to the mental and the emotions, you know, it's like some people really do just want you to truly believe that, to create a narrative of someone just to drain their energy or their finances or their talent or just your light altogether is a way for them to keep up an image as to who they are, you know. But behind that image is a bunch of perverts, a bunch of lust monkeys, a bunch of minions, a bunch of parasites that continue on with the scamming and scheming of others' mentals and their emotions in order to try to break them, in order to really lust over them, or just basically have them in that bunch, in that bind of the same kind that do the same things to each other in order to one up one another. That is the most disgusting. People really will grape you spiritually in order to try to weaken your physical in the physical, in order for them to actually come at you in the way that they want to. So it's like some people really don't want you to pray for yourself because they are preying on you. They don't want you to to secure yourself because they need it, they need it to be easier for them to get at you. You know, they don't want you to speak your truth because they need for that illusion to stand up and to stay up because they're running out of smoke and the mirror is shining bright with their visions of their projections. So they need to do the spell work over and over again. They need to hunch on everybody over and over again. They need to wear their own bodies out over and over again in order to stop you. So this is history, to down to those that have the ego, the arrogance and the pride to believe that if they haunt you in the mindset, haunch on you in the dream world, jerk off on you in your pictures, spell work, jars. It's like to stop you, but it was all written. And they still have to go to the Most High to ask for permission when it comes to the same things that you're asking the Most High to do for you. While they're wishing ill will on you, you're basically wishing them well. So they're really beefing with themselves. They're really hurting themselves by really trying to keep up an illusion of their image to the image of you, whereas the image of you being you really defeats the narrative that they created for you. But they need to siphon your energy by way of, no, they need to siphon your energy in order to keep you in the same cycle as them. So it makes sense for history to keep repeating itself because people really do believe that status and all this shit really does matter when all of it really does equal to the energy, you know, of you. Are you able to stand on that energy on your own? Whereas, you know, everybody is held up in some way or shape or form to hold up a position. Some have to be hired, some have to be voted in, some have to be judged, some have to be actually walked into positions to be held up. And they got to be voted in. They got to be, you know, they got to go through the training in order to hold the damn position up. Yet some people want to position themselves into your life in order to be in your life, to take your life. and take over your life, to speak of your experiences so that they look like the angel that helped you instead of the villain that tried to destroy you. So you got to let them haunch on everybody. You got to let them have as many orgies as they need to because the TV said to, you know, Hollywood said to. They need to sacrifice themselves as many times as they need to, manipulate as many people as they need to, in order for you to feel the energy, for you to quit your life just for them to say that they helped you. Some people have a savior complex where they can't even save themselves. It's like some people really want to help a lot of people, but they can't help themselves. But the way that they want to help is to try to make someone else feel as though, or break someone down and take everything from them, or try to, in order for the story to make sense, in order for the story to be true, that they were the hero that came and saved you. Because the story is the same. You know, it's like that's so the story of Christopher Columbus came to a land that supposedly didn't have anybody, but was defeated by everybody that was already here. It's like some people really do want you just to shut up and be silent, just so that their falsehood stays true. But again, they're running out of smoke. That mirror is projecting back to them their own projections. That they were competing with your reflections this entire time. All because you choose you and you keep choosing you. Meanwhile, they go to who chooses them and then forget to choose themselves because most people are using them for what they can use them for. So when you choose yourself, some people will risk themselves to be chosen just to get the attention and the validation to hold up an image that they themselves can't hold up without being chosen by someone else or anyone else. But when you choose yourself, you're the problem. Know that the Most High got you. Have a good one. Bye. You know, it's the same ones that will block your fucking money. The same ones that will truly write out the life insurance policy or take life insurance policies from you. It's like the ones that want to take your steps before you take your steps. They want to step ahead of you, all to tell your story without ever knowing you. Some people want to feed the surface more so than the depth of themselves, right? The in depth of themselves, right? Some people want to take you out or take your path from you, your experiences with you, from you, just to dress up the image that they're better than you. They want to break you down, call you crazy, and everything else because they don't want to be seen as the crazy one for doing the crazy shit to you because they have to be better than you. They got an image to hold up because their experiences are supposed to be better than yours when everybody's experience is their experience. But those that rely on the surface level shit only cares about the money and how they can get it. Whereas those that do invest in themselves, do spoil themselves, are the ones that care nothing for the image. Because your actions is the image, you know? Your integrity is the image. Your morals is the image. But again, not everybody is the same. Not everybody has the same mindset, nor will they set their mind to what it is that they truly need to get, other than getting from other folk. Wronging other folk just for them to feel better about themselves. Anyways, note the most I got you. Have a good one. Bye.